The mayor of Phoenix, Arizona is on a mission to attract technology and other companies to the region. I'm joined now by Mayor Greg Stanton. Nice to see you here in New York.
Great to be here.
And you're on a bit of a roadshow, I guess, trying to sell Phoenix a little bit to the investment community. You're also doing some political work while you're here. Let's touch on that first, since we have the big election coming up. The Mayors for Hillary, you had a gathering yesterday. How do you feel the momentum is now for your candidate? Obviously, your state has not voted for a Democratic presidential candidate for a while. Trump is leading slightly in an NBC poll that was out recently.
Yes, candidate Trump is up 1 point in the state of Arizona, which for us is really close. Look, I mean, I can't comment. I'm not a political commentator. So, you know, one candidate will be up one day in the polls, the other candidate will be up other times in the polls. What I'm really looking forward is which candidate has a true urban agenda. Most of the economic activity, the job creation across the United States of America, including in Arizona, is happening in cities. And that's a great thing for the future of our country. Which candidate really has strong public policies to support cities so that we continue our very positive momentum. I obviously think that Secretary Clinton is the right candidate for in that regard. She has a strong track record of working closely with mayors. There's a reason why virtually every mayor of major American cities across our great country is supporting Secretary Clinton, is because we really feel that she has a strong agenda to support infrastructure and jobs across our city. With regard to Trump, we just haven't really seen it. I don't know what his plan is. We pay attention to the details, and the details for him just aren't there.
One thing you are doing in Phoenix is really trying to boost your international trade with Mexico, and you have some initiatives there. Are you worried that if Trump is elected, there might be some pushback and that progress might be thwarted?
Yes, I am worried about that. I'm worried about it greatly. Look, a few years ago, we had a governor in the state of Arizona who passed and supported very divisive policies as it relates to our local Latino community and our relationship with Mexico. In fact, the border governors of Mexico boycotted Arizona. They wouldn't even come up for a regularly scheduled border governor conference. We lost a lot of business. In fact, Arizona during that time period was the one state in which exports went down across the United States of America. Since I've been mayor, I've tried to take a very different approach. I've personally traveled to Mexico 14 times, bringing lots of business delegations. The city of Phoenix has opened up a trade and investment office in both Mexico City and in Hermosillo, which is our sister state, the capital of our sister state in Sonora. And guess what? We are leading the way now in exports. We actually are the leading increase in exports in the entire country. The reality is this: as a city, as a region, if you're not building an innovative economy and you're not building an export-based economy, you are not getting ready for the future. You are not preparing your community, your citizens, for the future hyper-competitive international economy. I want to get Phoenix is lucky to be located near the border of Mexico, which has a growing economy, a growing middle class. We should take advantage of our physical proximity. And building walls is a really dumb idea. We need to be building economic bridges, not walls that are going to divide us. And obviously, Trump has proposed very, very harsh and I think bad public policy as it relates to Mexico. This concept of building a wall and having Mexico pay for it is a silly concept. And from an economic perspective, is a self-defeating public policy. We need to go in a very different direction.
Have you had in your discussions with either companies or potential investors, anybody say to you, I want to wait to see what happens until after the election before I decide to put money in Phoenix or any other place for that matter?
No, they don't wait till after the presidential election. However, the issue about Arizona occasionally passing high-profile, very divisive policies does come up, because great jobs in technology, highways jobs, building a higher educated workforce, that is dependent on having smart public policies that embrace all the people. We're a diverse community. We're soon to be a more than 50% Latino community in Phoenix. That's our greatest strength, is our human capital. It's a young population, bilingual, entrepreneurial. That's going to put us in a great perspective and opportunity to build an export-based economy. And passing divisive politics that sends a message that we don't like certain people, want to keep certain people out, that hurts business. And I think it's going to hurt the United States of America if Donald Trump is elected, where instead of looking outward about how we can partner with the rest of the world, we look inward. I think it's the wrong direction to go.
You are moving in a direction of trying to attract more jobs, especially technology. For instance, about 78% growth in the past couple of years. So what are you doing? What are the policies? Is the workforce you have? Is it the diversity? Or are you doing something else to get those companies to look at Phoenix?
Yes, yes, and yes to all those things. Look, we
or
have
your mountains, which we're looking at now.
We have a great quality of life in Phoenix, second to none, but we learned our lesson. Look, during the most recent recession, we got hit harder than any other big city in the United States of America because we are so over-reliant on real estate and growth. You can't build a long-term sustainable economy on that. We have to build a higher educated workforce, particularly in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Those are the really important things to build a city upon. And guess what? Silicon Valley and the Bay Area has discovered that we have really, really talented employees, a great workforce in Phoenix, Arizona, and you can get those employees for a lower cost, much lower cost. In fact, apples to apples studies show that the cost of doing business in Phoenix is about 40% less than in the Bay Area. So a lot of Bay Area companies are moving significant operations. Yet we have an existing innovation ecosystem where we have great entrepreneurs already doing their business. So you kind of marry the best of the Bay Area with the best of our locally grown talent with a growing Arizona State University, which is the #1 most innovative university in the world, 2 years coming. U.S. News and World Report just ranked ASU for the second year in a row, ahead of Stanford, MIT, the most innovative university. We have Grand Canyon University, which is the fastest growing university in America. We're investing in higher education. We're investing in the biosciences. We're investing in medical services. So we're getting our act together in terms of investing in the right kind of economic development, long-term economic development. And the rest of the country is growing. You made mention at the beginning of this interview that we're pitching Phoenix to get that message across to the investment community. We're doing more of that, but the investment community has really found Phoenix because they realize that we have a great thing going there. Great jobs are coming there, great economic development. Our public policies are smart. We want more of it. This is our time. Phoenix is a unique renaissance that's going on right now. It's a very fun and exciting time to be mayor of the 5th largest city in America and the fastest growing big city in America.
And you do seem excited. Mayor Greg Stanton, I'm so
much.
glad you stopped by to chat with us. Thanks.
Anytime.
I'm Rhonda Schaffler for The Street.